Now we're going to talk a little bit about fertilizing as well. We have the options of either using organic fertilizer or we can use a chemical fertilizer. I tend to use the organic in my garden, but you can use a chemical fertilizer as well. If you're going to use a chemical fertilizer, I suggest something number-wise like 4, 12, 10, or something very close to that. You want very low in the first number because that gives you top green growth only. The middle number gives you fruiting and flowering, which is primarily what you're looking for. And then you need the last number again because the other two numbers don't work well unless you have a balanced fertilizer. All right, so 4, 12, 10, 5, 10, 5, anything in that range. You can use granular fertilizer. You can use soluble fertilizer that you mix with water. The granular fertilizer can burn, so you have to be careful how much you put on. Soluble fertilizer, you can use that once every 1 to 2 weeks at recommended rates. And I'm going to use hen manure, and I'm going to broadcast that around my plants. We'll show you how you do that. Never put fertilizer around the stem of the plant. You have to keep it away from the stem or you'll burn it and kill it. All right, so I just use a cup and I'll scoop a bunch in. It's Tim Hortons, but all right. So what I do is I'll keep it about 4 or 5 inches away and I'll sprinkle a ring of the hen manure around, and I'll do that to all the new material. Being organic as well, and the fact that it's laying on top of the surface, it's not right up against the roots, so it's going to start working as we get rainfall, and the rainfall is going to wash the nutrients into the roots area, and that gives the plants time to put some roots out as well. And you can do this multiple times through the season. Somebody will say, exactly how much do you put on? Everybody's soil is different. Some people have very poor soil, almost no nutrient at all. Some people have fairly rich nutrient soil. So once every 3 weeks, keep an eye on how your plant's growing. If you have very good dark green color and you're getting lots of growth, maybe you don't have to put more on. People that haven't fertilized much in their soil or their soils are poor, once every 4 weeks, I would say about a handful per plant, sprinkling it around. And the melons, same thing. We'll go and do those as well. Most of the annuals are fairly heavy feeders. All right, so if you're not getting the growth that you think you should be getting, you put a little bit more on as well. All right. People have an option too. If they're starting gardening for the first time, they can actually send a soil sample away to get it tested, and that will give them the pH of the soil, and it'll also tell them what nutrients are in the soil, and they'll give you a recommendation as far as what your soils need. And then you can be a little bit more particular as far as what you put on. But not putting anything on, you're not going to get the growth that you think you should. So use some sort of fertilizer.